geht's? Ich heiße Pam Triolo. Oh my goodness, I forgot where I was. It's my first show and I thought I was in Germany. And you're gonna think you're in Germany too when you come on out to Oktoberfest, happening at the American German Club in Lantana, the second weekend and the third weekend of October. You won't want to miss it. You're also not going to want to miss Mo and Sally of the KOOL 105.5 morning show. They're going to be cooking with me in the kitchen. So is Taylor Morgan from localdines.com, the sponsor of our program, and also Bob and Paul Shalhoub of Smokin Gator BBQ. You're not going to want to miss a single second of today's program. I sure do hope you're hungry. Sometimes you want all the ambiance of a classy eatery, but you wish you didn't feel bad just wanting to order appetizers. Well, wish granted. Welcome to Suri's Tapas Bar, where small bites are meant to be shared. Bunny, John, and Johnny Pata wanted to recreate the tapas scene being celebrated in cities like Los Angeles and Chicago, but right here in Palm Beach County. So they opened up Suri East in hip downtown Lake Worth and Suri West in Wellington at the Old Players Club. Open year-round, both eateries welcome people looking for a fine dining yet fun experience. Belly up to the bar for a fine wine, beer, or specialty cocktail, like the Surgeon General, featuring cucumbers marinated in Hendrix, Campari, and elderflower, or the Surberry, a heavenly mix of Tito's, strawberry liqueur, and agave. And who doesn't love snuggling up with their honey or meeting up with friends and family for a variety of light to savory bites, like the Pulpo España, featuring grilled octopus and a white wine garlic butter, or smoked tomato and chicken mac and cheese, loaded with aged white cheddar, brie, and bacon. Chef Anthony Monti is always changing up the menu, right?
Absolutely, we change it seasonally.
And what have you got here for me? This looks amazing.
Today what we made was southern fried chicken over blueberry pancetta waffle, topped with a cranberry relish, and finished with a port wine compound butter.
Holy cannoli. Another great feature of both Suri East and Suri West is that they also offer private catering facilities. In downtown, head upstairs and start planning your next private party. A custom menu is available for up to 72 people. In Wellington, go big or go home. This drop-dead catering area has all the bells and whistles you need for a stunning and memorable wedding, fundraiser, bar or bat mitzvah, quinceañera, and so much more. Call to book your parties now. Had enough of the ho-hum dining scene? Then get ready to Suri. Suri's Tapas Bar in Lake Worth and Wellington, bringing tapas dining to the next level. Hey gang! Angel in West Palm Beach says Havana Restaurant has the best Cuban sandwich in town. Let's see if he's right.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
I heard you have the best Cuban sandwich in town, so I'd like to order one, please.
Okay, do you want it with pickles and mustard?
Is that how you serve it?
Yes.
Then you betcha.
Pam, your sandwich ready.
All right.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much. All right, guys, here comes the test. Angel, you done good, dude. Best Cuban sandwich in town.
Want to save money at hundreds of restaurants all over South Florida? It's easy. Just log on to localdines.com.
Hey, it's Pam, the food lady, and we are cooking at home, and we have special guests with us today. We have Mo and Sally from the Mo and Sally Morning Show on KOOL 105.5. And we have Taylor Morgan from localdines.com, South Florida edition, correct?
That's right.
Now, these are going to be our professional winos for the day. That would be Mo and that would be Taylor.
There you go.
But Sally actually has some cooking chops. In fact, Sally has these great recipes on the KOOL 105.5 webpage that you don't want to miss. So I definitely want to be cooking with her.
I want to cook with you.
All right, and you guys are going to eat with us later.
That's
How about
right.
that?
He's
Okay?
much better at eating than he is at cooking.
That sounds good to me.
Wouldn't know what to do with this, but I do know what to do with this.
Yay! Here we go again. What's really exciting, guys, though, before you go, is that this is a really easy recipe that anyone can make, and it actually came from an idea from my mom years ago. How nice and romantic does chicken with vermouth and capers sound?
Nice.
So that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the chicken fingers, but remember, folks at home, you can use chicken cutlets, and that cooks about the same time as your chicken fingers. You can use the large chicken breasts. The only thing you have to be careful about with that is that obviously you're gonna brown them in the pan to get that nice coating on the top. But when they're big chicken breasts like that, you're also gonna, when you're done, have to stick them in the oven, because they'll need some extra time because you don't want uncooked poultry. The other little tip when we talk about capers, everyone knows these capers, these little tiny things. But the one thing to keep in mind when you buy capers in a jar, a lot of people ruin recipes because they don't rinse the capers. The other thing that I like to use when I'm cooking, a lot of people use Parmesan cheese. When I'm cooking, I like to use Locatelli Pecorino Romano. This has got the sheep's milk cheese in it, and it is better, more flavorful, and the perfect cheese for cooking with and for flavoring with. So we're gonna use that, and we're gonna use pasta at the end, of course, famous spaghetti, right? And you can use gluten-free also. You're gonna need some flour. You can use regular all-purpose flour. This happens to be a gluten-free all-purpose baking flour too. So we're keeping it that way. We have to use some butter. And we're gonna use some vermouth. You have that puppy left over from a martini party you had with your friends, guess what? Now you're gonna put it to use in your food, okay? All right, guys, beat it. We're gonna hit the kitchen. All right.
Now, do you use the wet hand, dry hand method?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, tell them, explain what that is.
What that is you don't want to like pick up the chicken with both hands and get both hands kind of wet and gummy. You want to keep one hand that's going to be really filthy and the other hand is relatively clean. Okay? So you just pick up the little piece there, and they're slippery, so you got to really hold on to it.
Looks like fish.
And then you're just going to roll it around, let it have a little party in the cheese and the flour.
Here's what we're gonna do, Sally. We're gonna put the butter.
Oh, butter.
Butter. Very low cal. Okay. All right, we're gonna put that in there, and then you're gonna take some olive oil.
A little swirl.
You betcha. Nice big wide swirl, because the last thing you want is a dry pan.
Okay, so one at a time?
Yep, one at a time, and just fit as many as you can in there.
Okay.
Without completely overcrowding.
Okay.
After about 5 minutes or so, you're gonna find that the chicken has gotten a nice golden brown. It doesn't have to be dark brown. We're not looking for a dark color. We're looking for something like a nice warm buttery brown. Now remember, this is gonna go back in the pan, so we are gonna cook it a little bit more.
Right.
Same thing with the pasta. So I've cooked this pasta pretty al dente at this point because we're gonna mix that in with the sauce. I'm just gonna strain this and it'll be back.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys, here comes the fun part. We're gonna add our cup of vermouth. Stand back. No flame. Now remember when I said earlier, don't worry that you don't have a nonstick pan? Look at this. Did you ever wish that the bottom of your stainless steel pans cleaned out easily? All you need is heat and booze. It's as easy as that. So now that's all the good stuff. That's all the flour and cheese and pieces of chicken that were on the bottom. That's now part of your sauce. Yes, it's not fancy schmancy, but I'm telling you, it's good stuff. So here we have it. Now, Sally, would you grab the capers for me? Remember, guys, don't forget, rinse and drain your capers first. Here we go, right in. And now we're just gonna bring this beautiful sauce to a boil, reduce it down just a little bit, and then throw our chicken back in so it gets nice and juicy and saucy.
Nice.
Now, you have two choices at this point. You can be extremely fancy and take your pasta and put it on a plate, and then spoon the sauce onto the pasta and the chicken on top.
Okay.
Or you could do it family style. How would you prefer it?
Dump it in.
Dump it
Let's
in.
go family. We're family here.
We're family.
Yeah.
We'll see how it all comes together when we return to In the Kitchen. Feeling a little crabby today? Have I got the remedy for you? There's a special way to cook them, there's a special way to crack them, and not 1 millimeter of the crab meat ever goes uneaten. Here in South Florida, you can only find that authentic Maryland-style experience at one place, Riggins Crab House in Lantana. Riggins chef Gino uses 80-quart pots to steam only male blue crabs in a perfect mixture of beer, vinegar, and Old Bay seasoning. For the non-traditionalists, a house favorite are the garlic crabs, smothered in garlic and oil. The star of Riggins crab cakes is the crab. They use very little breading and just the right seasoning. And fresh seafood entrees right off the boat include their spunky crab-encrusted dolphin. In the Admiral's platter, you get 1.5 pounds of Pacific crab legs, and expect crabs of every kind at Riggins. Are you hungry yet? I thought so. See you at Riggins Crab House.
Meine Kummer, meine Schmerz, das ist das Leben ein Scherz. Wurst!
Next to the Christmas tree, Oktoberfest is the most popular German custom that Germany has ever exported to the rest of the world. This Bavarian celebration of beer and good times has gradually caught on in many parts of the world. And this year marks the 43rd anniversary of Oktoberfest at the American German Club of the Palm Beaches. And joining me is President Kurt Freider. How are you?
Very well, Pam.
Now this is exciting. Oktoberfest is a big deal around here.
Well, Oktoberfest is a big deal in Palm Beach County. Next to Sunfest, we are the next most visited event in Palm Beach County. There are only two, and one of them is us.
Well, how did it begin?
Oktoberfest started as a Sunday afternoon picnic. Back in the early days when they were trying to build the facilities, they had Sunday afternoon picnics and get-togethers, pass the hat for beer, and it launched as a picnic on Sunday afternoon.
Exactly how much beer is consumed?
Total beer on the import side, HB, 800 kegs, depending on people, crowd, and the weather. So we consume about 800 kegs of import and about 200 kegs of domestic.
Well, on that note, let's, before we start speaking in tongues here, let's go over and sample some of the great food that happens out here.
The food here is as authentic Munich-style Oktoberfest food as you can get. German cuisine. We do all our foods here. The brats, the Leberkäse, the schnitzel.
Sounds good. Downtown Lake Worth is so hot right now, and everyone loves to visit the area's #1 steakhouse, Calero's. At Calero's, you can enjoy lunch or dinner daily. And don't forget their amazing Sunday brunch where you get a free mimosa or Bloody Mary with your entree. Happy hour is always a fun time with special drink and food items that won't break the bank. If you're ready for the most amazing steak you've ever tasted, choose your cut and let Chef Keith work his magic. Chef Keith also loves seafood, which means you'll love his specials like fresh snapper topped with crab meat and toasted almonds and finished with a lemon butter Worcestershire sauce. Or try salmon grilled to perfection or twin Florida lobster tails with drawn butter. And don't skip appetizers like the jumbo lump crab cocktail or fried green tomatoes topped with mozzarella and shrimp. And don't skip their decadent desserts from homemade cheesecake to key lime pie. Whether it's surf or turf or both, be prepared to be spoiled at Calero's.
Want to save money at hundreds of restaurants all over South Florida? It's easy. Just log on to localdines.com.
Now this is my favorite part of the show. The time we get to actually eat everything. I think it's Buster's favorite, right, Buster?
Yeah, baby.
Thank you guys so much for being a part of my first show, my first cooking segment.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
I just wonder, how do you guys do it? I mean, you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, you work together, you live together.
Years, too? How many years has it been?
Oh geez, 22 years, almost 23 now. Working, yeah.
Almost 22 married.
Married, yeah. This is how we do it.
It's wine.
It's fine.
And he
It
has
really
a man
is.
cave.
I have a man cave, so yeah, and I go to the man cave where I don't have to watch the Food Network.
Well, I love when I listen to you in the morning that you're actually talking about your real lives and stuff that really goes on with you.
Right. Well, what you don't know is we'll be at home having a discussion, argument, and Mo will say to me, "We're so talking about this on the show tomorrow," and I'm like, "No, we're not. Yes, we are." So we have fights about what we're gonna reveal to our listeners on the show. If we're revealing too much.
Yeah.
But it works. You guys have been doing it for so long in
Thank
this
you.
market, and it really works. It's
Thank
so
you.
cool to have
Think about how
you
cool
here.
this is, that all of us sitting here right now, we were like old-time radio people.
Yep.
They might forget. You guys, young whippersnappers coming in after us.
I love this woman. She just called me a whippersnapper.
Whippersnapper.
Cheers. I'm a whippersnapper.
Thank you for having me.
Radio meets TV. Cheers to the food lady.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, Sofa!
I absolutely love German cuisine, and during Oktoberfest, everything is just so hearty, stick to your ribs, kind of yummy, and look at all of this great food, and more's on the way.
Oh ja, das hier. Guten Appetit wünsche ich.
Thank you so much. What do we have here, Kurt?
Well, to the left you have a currywurst. That's a very special sauce. It'll make you want to drink a beer.
It's good.
The pretzels and beer are 100% Oktoberfest. Next to it, we have a Leberkäse with an egg. Our brats, outstanding. Bratwurst and beer, always.
Well, you know what? While I dine on this, why don't you have a taste of our next guest?
Hi, welcome. I'm Paul Shalhoub, and this is
Bob Shalhoub. We're Smokin Gator BBQ. Today we're going to talk to you about how do we prepare our ribs. There are 3 types of ribs: spare ribs, St. Louis, and our preferred rib is a baby back. Baby back ribs are the most tender in our opinion. Membranes are the back part of every rib. What we like to do is to remove the membrane so
the reason we remove the membrane is so that the meat and the seasonings can penetrate the back side of the meat as well as the front side of the meat. It also makes the rib nice and tender and gives that nice pull away bite when it's all said and done. First, we're going to start with a base of yellow mustard. Yellow mustard allows the seasoning to stick to the meat and give it a nice color as well as a nice soft crust when it's all said and done. And we move on to our Smokin Gator BBQ rub. Now, it's our opinion you cannot put too much seasoning on a rib. It's just impossible. No matter how much you put on, you never have enough. You can always shake it off. As long as it falls off, what you have on there is perfectly fine.
what do you think the best temperature is to cook these baby backs?
Well, Bob, the best temperature to cook it is low and slow at 225 degrees. And now that we have the rib fully seasoned, it is ready for the smoker.
All right, well, we just took this bad boy off of the cooker. Now what we need to do is make it a little bit more better.
All right, so the next step in our rib making process is called step 2 in the most delicious rib you're gonna ever cook. We're gonna add a little sweetness, a little savoriness. We have a butter mixture of butter and brown sugar. It's approximately 4 cups of butter to 1 pound of sugar. And you sit there and you just get a nice coat on your rib. Baba, what this is gonna do as this is going to make the rib nice and moist, give it a nice sweet, savory flavor. Remember, all about the barbecue process is layers of flavor. Ain't that right, Baba?
It's profiling. You want to have one flavor, get into another flavor, and then take it to another level. And that's what we do. This rib is approximately 2 hours on the cooker at approximately 225, 230 degrees. Remember, we seasoned this with cherry wood and mango wood that produces this beautiful color. This color doesn't come from food coloring. It comes from the wood, and that's why we smoke it.
All right, now that we have our rib wrapped up, they're nice and seasoned, we're gonna wrap it up. We want the meat side down. The key thing there is let the meat marinate in all these juices, all this flavor. It's gonna get real tender, and it's gonna be just pull off the bone ready after about another hour.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this rib is done.
Now here's how you can do the test to make sure it's done. As soon as you bend it and it starts to break right like that, that right there is a perfectly cooked rib. You don't need to cook it any longer. It's cooked to perfection.
We're gonna put this bad boy right here. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a beautiful rib.
Now we're gonna cut into this beautiful slab.
Look at that smoke ring. That smoke ring tells you that the smoke, that cherry wood and that mango wood went all the way through the meat. I want to taste this.
Tell me how good that is, Baba.
Folks, this is what keeps the food lady coming back for more.
Ticket-tocket, hi, hi, hi!
Hey, it's Pam Triolo, the food lady. We've been here with Kurt Freider, president of the American German Club of the Palm Beaches. Everyone knows the month of October, Oktoberfest, and a lot of people think beer, and they think that amazing bratwurst and schnitzel and Black Forest cake, but there's a lot more to it here. This is really for the family.
This is a family event. It's a cultural family event. And we have structured our Oktoberfest not only to address the adults that come and really make this place hop on Saturday night. Sundays is Kids' Day, and it's just a general good time. It's inexpensive on the basis that our admission is $10. Children under 12 are free.
That's the biggie. Free.
Free. Free is the key word. Children under 12 are free. And if you find your $2 coupon across Palm Beach County, it's only $8 admission.
Even a better deal. It's happening the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 14th, 15th, and 16th of October. And also when Oktoberfest is over, don't forget, they have things happening every month here at the American German Club. Serious fun. What do you say?
Ein Prosit!
Prosit! The sign of a successful Japanese restaurant or business will always feature a Buddha prominently in their establishment. He's there to bring health, happiness, and joy. And if you're looking for some good fortune, it helps to have one of these. Here at Saito's Japanese Steakhouse, Hibachi, and Sushi Bar in Wellington, Buddha oversees an expansive hibachi room where joy is definitely on the faces of all of their customers. Young and old will delight in all of the amazing meat and seafood combinations, from filet mignon and chicken to lobster, shrimp, scallops, and sea bass. Watch as Saito's hibachi chefs cook your favorites while putting on one heck of a show. If you're looking for sushi, stir fry, teriyaki, or all your favorite traditional Japanese noodle or rice dishes, Saito's got you covered too. Really want to celebrate? Enjoy a Saito's sushi and sashimi boat for 2, 3, or more. It comes with soup and salad. Try a signature roll from one of Saito's 6 locations. The Wellington roll features whitefish, masago, and asparagus wrapped around seaweed and deep fried with crispy breading and eel sauce. The City Place roll has spicy tuna, pineapple, and avocado. The PGA roll is made with crab salad, salmon, pineapple, cream cheese, masago, and scallions. And Saito's Boynton roll is filled with lots of great tempura seafood. And the Boca roll is uniquely different, featuring blue cheese, salmon, crab, and avocado. Joining me is Saito's sushi chef, Chef Fee, from their Coconut Creek location, and this is the signature Coconut Creek roll. What makes it so special?
Well, this roll all the vegetable and coconut sauce, pineapple inside, avocado, cucumber, and red pepper.
Looks really good, and I guess, guys, I'm being healthy when I do this, right? Coconut sauce?
The coconut sauce.
If you're looking for the best Japanese steakhouse, hibachi, and sushi all in one place, you now have 6 locations to choose from. Saito City Place, Boynton Beach, Boca Raton, Wellington, Palm Beach Gardens, and Coconut Creek. Enjoy dinner and a show today. Thank you so much for watching our first edition of The Food Lady, brought to you by LocalDines.com. I'm so excited. I want to thank Kurt and everyone here at the American German Club of the Palm Beaches on Lantana Road. Everybody knows they have the hottest Oktoberfest celebration in all the land. Make sure you head on out. It's the second weekend of October and the third weekend of October, and that's Friday nights, Saturdays, and Sundays. And if you miss it, which is just crazy, you shouldn't miss it, but if you do, remember they have events going on all year long, every month, and for details, log on to AmericanGermanClub.org. Thanks also to Mo and Sally of the KOOL 105.5 Morning Show, to Bob and Paul Shalhoub of Smokin Gator BBQ, Taylor Morgan from LocalDines.com, the sponsor of our program. This has been a fabulous first edition. I'm so very excited, and we will see you next time. Guten Tag. Have a great day. You ready, ladies? Be here, oder ich fall Jacke. Be here, oder ich fall Soll das Bier im Keller liegen und ich hier die Oma kriegen? Bier hier, oder ich fall Hey!
We're trying to convert vegetarians, one rib at a time.
Today I prepared a oven roasted duck on top of a blueberry and pancetta Belgian waffle, finished with drunken pork compound. Nope, redo. That's not right.
Creepy. Salon services for the food lady are provided by Robert Bullock at the Aubrey Glen Salon, Palm Beach Gardens.